Hey, how's it going? Do-rag and all, and glasses. My name's Anthony Gray. This is Grayscale Painting. Doing something a little bit different today. This won't require any painting. I have been asked to do something about depth and dimensions, transferring an object to a canvas or whatnot. This is obviously 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper, but we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, it all applies. This is just one of the methods. The individual asks for like animals or whatnot, any kind of object, to transfer it on to paper. This is the most manageable route to go than to doing eyes and nose and all of that stuff. Okay. It's more about placement than actually painting the subject. Okay. All right. The individual has a little trouble seeing. All right. So we're going to try to make this, like I say, a little easier. Now this process is a little time consuming, but it's also more accurate. Okay. So we're going to give it a whirl. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take the camera, get it off of my mug. I'm going to bring you, as you can see right here. Now, truth be told, if the subject is horizontal, your paper should be horizontal also, but I don't have that much room. And eventually I'll get to painting this barn later. I just got other things to do first. But we're going to still make it happen. It's just that the paper's at a different orientation. All right, so this is vertical, this is horizontal, but you can still make it work. All right, it's just not the same direction. All right, let's stick my long arms over here. We're gonna zoom in a little more on the barn. Okay, so excuse my hand. We're gonna zoom in on this barn, angle it up. This is about the part you'll need to see right here. Now, what I'm going to do, I have a 16-inch ruler here. To kind of get this thing into its proper perspective, more or less, you're going to do like a grid system. Okay. And so what I'm going to do now, I made an extra copy of this. This really don't matter. I'm going to go right here, rid of 0 meters. Obviously, now for us in the US, it's an 8.5 by 11. All right. So we're going to take every 1 inch. All right. So we'll just do it all per inch here. I'm just marking off where the inches would be. Just like that. All right, so it's 10 inches. And we're gonna draw a line. Let me get the ruler high enough. We're gonna draw a line. I'm drawing it right across the paper here. All right. About as even as I can get it. Okay. Obviously, I can use the same paper. I can do a traceable with it also, because that's also another method, but let's go with this route. Okay, like I say, it's a little more time consuming. I'm going to buzz through this in a relatively short amount of time here. Okay, because this can be this is why I also chose something very angular. Okay, all right. So we got 10 1-inch squares here. Okay, let's take the same ruler, bring it to this little 0 point or whatnot, and we're going to do the same thing with the inch mark. I think you guys can see this. I'm gonna go a little darker here. I'll bring it out this way toward the edge. Let me swing it toward the edge here where I can really see. Where am I gonna go with this here? One more there. So basically it's another 10 inches going that way, and I'll go from the bottom here, same thing. go right across with it. I'll keep it about as even as I can here. Now we're gonna copy this same grid on the larger paper here. Now mine is in pencil. It's all good. Because this paint obviously will go over the pencil marks. So you're not really hurting nothing. No harm, no foul. So now we have a grid. You follow me? If you want to name your grid or whatever, then you do that. Whatever is easiest to you. You can name it like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. Whatever floats your boat. All right. Then you got obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. So you can kind of match whatever's whatever with whatever. Okay. Don't matter. Up to you. Or you go within the spaces of the squares. Okay. Very simple. All right. And I'm going to show you something else that can help you out too. You're going to really like it. All right. So we've done that. Okay. Now, if you wanted the exact same size, then you do it 1 inch squares. If you want it larger, you do 1.5 or 2 inch squares. You follow me? Then you will get a picture 1.5 or 2 inches larger. You see how that goes? Okay. Like I say, more time consuming, but more precise. Okay. So we're going to go to the larger. Excuse my hands, man. The camera's a little bit further away than usual. Okay. So we'll bring it right here. Matter of fact, I think this would be fine. This would be fine. I think you guys can see it pretty good. All right. Same 16-inch ruler here. Okay. We'll go to the 0 point. 0 point will always be the edge of your paper. All right, let's turn this around and we'll do it again. Actually, we'll do it right from its paper location here. Hold on for 1 second. I can easily do this right here. I'll do it right here, right from the top of the paper. This is just easier this way. I'm just matching up everything this way. So I'm doing the horizontal first because once again, it's just the easiest way to do it. And I'm doing it right off the tape here. All right. And this is just a guide for you to get everything as precise as possible. Going right to the bottom of the paper here. And this is your paper, the bottom of the paper, which is a 1/2 inch. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take that. Watch. Watch. Go straight across. I'm just using that line, not the line here, but the continuing line. So it's just going to go straight across. Okay. Straight across to the other part of the paper where the tape is. Go straight across. Don't be worried about the lines being there. They got erasers for this. Follow me. Okay. So what I'm going to do is end up getting with a barn the same exact size. Now, because the barn is angular, it's easier for me to explain this and go through it relatively quickly. Okay. Like I say, I'll more than likely probably paint this thing a little bit later until I'm done with everything else. This goes right to the top, very top of the paper. There you go. That's basically all you would need right there. So let's angle this down a little bit. No, actually we'll keep it right here. Actually, no, we'll angle it down and I'll zoom in a little bit. Now, because they're 1 inch squares, you're gonna do the same exact thing. Okay, I'm gonna position my ruler here. I don't have to start at 0. Okay. I'll do it at the 1/2 inch, like that. Okay. And here we go. I'm going at the 1/2 inch. It'll still be 1 inch square. It's just I'm doing it at the halves. Okay. And just a little touch here of the 1/2 inches right across the whole caboodle here, just like that. Okay, that's it. No more, no less than that. Now, if I want, just to be exact, all right, I'll do the same markings up here. Now I can go the full, I should be able to do it. I go the full inch here up here, just like this. Just a little mark is all I need, just like that. Okay, now all you gotta do is line them up. Okay, line them up relatively quickly to do it. Just line them up and give it a mark. You should have perfect 1-inch squares. You don't have to do it as dark as I'm doing it, but you guys have to see what I'm doing here. Okay, which is why it's pretty dark. And it's fine, like I say, there's erasers and the pencil marks will go bye-bye. All right, and plus if you coat the paper anyway, that's going to take away the pencil marks. Then when you put your color on it, that's going to take away the pencil marks. So you're not really ruining anything. That goes for paper or canvas. Okay, last one here. And there you go. All right, you don't have to go any higher than what you see here. Now we can come down a little bit. All right, now that we've done that, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to you see if I have a thinner pencil. I know I got this great big baby pencil over here. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I do have a regular sized pencil around here somewhere. I just can't find it. Therefore, I'll just sharpen this guy real quick. See where that bottom is here. Okay. Right from the bottom of that house, I'll just match right up. The bottom of the house is somewhere around in here. That's the bottom. See where this top is? Okay, that top would make it. And then when I say the top, I'm talking not the lip overhang. I'm talking about the top of the side of the house, which is about right around in here. I'm doing the height, not the distance, just the height. All right. Now, the bottom part of the house. So if I go, let me do it the right way this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The bottom of your house is this straight line, the straight line going up here. It would actually be, not even a 1/2 inch away from number 3 here. So it would be approximately around in this area. So you'll draw a straight line like so. All right. It would go from, actually number 5 I went too high. Did I go too high? Yes, I did. My bad, my mistake. I'm just doing all sorts of errors. This is why you should have your numbers lined up. That was my bad. My bad. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I had gotten it backwards by 1 inch. So my bad. Go lower, right here. Go lower, right about there. There we go. The top part, which is easy to find. Now everything makes sense. Right here, just like that. Now that makes sense. Match your numbers right. There. Okay. Now I don't need this part anymore, and I don't need that little lip hanging there. And we're gonna make this really solid right here. There. Okay. Now that matches that. Okay, much better, Mr. Gray. Now, what I'm doing is you're gonna get the main subjects on there, and then you go to the details later. All right, Everything else, now that I just almost messed everything up. Let's go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and just put the K down there. So we're not gonna deal with that. That'll bring everything back into its normal perspective and me not embarrass myself. All right, so we got that side done already. Watch, check this out. Now it's really light, but right on the bottom of the line 4, okay, is where the end part of that barn is. Okay, and you're just going right line 4. Okay, this is it'll be line 4 and letter B, so it's right here. All right, not even a halfway in. It's right there. Now the ground is not even, but you're gonna match. It's very simple to match it. It goes right here, just like this. It goes in there like that. Okay, but like I said, the ground is not even. So the ground kind of raises. I'm looking at where I'm at here. The ground raises up here, slopes down, go to 5 in the middle, like that, and then it slowly meets up there like that. All right, that's what it looks like. I go right to the half of 3, right here. That's your top part of your barn. Very angular. Okay, it's not very hard to judge the distance when you're inside of a square. Okay, now from 3, okay, we're gonna go right up to the area of C in here. Okay, because now you're gonna have a dip. Oh, it's right about there. All right, and you're gonna bring your ruler right there, because it's got this funky looking angle. Now you have to remember where this angle is. This is where another part of the barn is, where the door is. Okay, the door has a little bit of a hang to it. You just draw an arrow straight down right from this point. This is where the part of the door is. I'm gonna go a little. Let's zoom in. You'll see this a little better. Okay, you see that lip? There's a little lip here, so you can bring that ground. Actually, no, that's actually perfect. That's actually perfect. We're gonna angle the ground downward a little more, because the ground is coming from that lip, and it goes down like that. All right, so there. Now, from this point right here, it's right here. All right, you're gonna start at an upward slope. So you're starting from that point where number 3 is. You're going up to the top middle portion of number 2. All right, so number 2 and goes into E, 2E. So here's 2, there's E, top middle portion is right there. That dot. This is very simple, very simple. And you bring it up to that dot. No muss, no fuss. Can you guys kind of see how it's working out here? Okay. All right. The roof part, relatively simple once again. It meets right here. Okay, but go a little bit ahead of that. Go right about here, where that dot is. And you'll see why in a minute here. Go right to that dot, just like that. Now, why are you going to that dot? Because you got that little bit of overhang for the part of the barn there. Okay, where it comes up over the sides of the wall, and that's where it is. All right, not hard at all. We're almost done with this. Okay, getting it done like in this fashion. Remember, you're doing the massive areas first. You hear me? Roof is next. So let's do this again. Now the roof top is a little bit before the halfway point on I. Okay, it would be I and 2. Here's 2. Follow 2 here, there go I. All right, it's a little bit. If that's the middle, you're going a little bit before the middle, so it'll be right there. Okay, Very simple. Literally connect the dot. Okay. Like that. Now the barn itself got this little dippy thing happening. Going, oh, that's another reason. It's not low enough. I got the distance from the left. It's a little lower. Right about there. Right there. Literally connect the dot. Boom. Like that. Now that looks a little bit better. And then you just take it and you connect those 2 points. Just like that. Instant barn top. Alright. Same size, same dimension and everything. See, don't get thrown off by the shadows. Alright. And don't even get thrown off by that little piece of lip there, because you could just mimic all of that. That's no big deal either. Okay. Now that we have that established, okay, let's go to how we separate everything. There's the slats here in the middle. It goes almost straight across. Now this has a perspective angle to it. So we're going from J. I'm looking at it maybe from the area of J or K. That's J. Okay, that's cool. Misjudged it. I'm glad I caught that. The back end of that barn is the end line of J. Right here. Now, that's gonna help. It would be number 4, J, a little bit below a half. Here go J. This is number 4, a little lower than half. It'll be right about there. Okay. Now where the top part we're going to G is 4G. It's almost at half. So here go G. Here go 4. Go right to the half mark like that. Now you instantly got your perspective, and everything is right in line, just like so. All right. And I can probably go a little bit lower. Let me go a little bit lower because it's not that much of an angle. Right about, maybe right about there. There. Slight angle, just like that. All right. We're going to 4. And where it's at in 4 is a little higher than half. So here's 4 right here, a little bit higher than half. Maybe right about there, because it's almost at almost an upward type of thing. So we're right about here with that, like that. Okay, just like so. All right, I gotta go a little further. Right there. Okay, now that door, see, we're getting smaller and smaller with where we're choosing to put things. That door, the door starts not even before half, is 4F. 4F. Now, where the door, on the open part of the door, as a matter of fact, it's not even near the half mark. It's like right about there. I'm gonna follow and go to 4D. I'm at the D point, and it's really close to about a third of a way, like that. And we're going to take it and just go straight down with it. Straight down. Go straight down. Now don't get yourself confused with all of the grid lines and stuff. If you find yourself getting a little confused with the grid lines, all right, that's what the eraser is for. Just erase some of those grid lines, especially on subjects you've already marked. Just get rid of them. They just make them disappear. It's okay. All right, make them, go bye-bye a little bit. You can lighten them up a little. You can still see them, but they're not so blatant. It'll help you out like that. Ouch, that hurt. Just ouch, man. I hit that same pinky. I hurt my pinky. I think I slammed it on something or bumped into it, and it bent the wrong way. So, it kind of they're slow, the joints are slow to heal because you keep bending them and moving them and everything. So there. All right, get a lot of that and make it go away. Okay. All right. Okay, now. So we got, this is the open part of the door, and it comes right by the folds, the creases of the barn here. Then you got the other parts of the door. This is like F. It's a little past half right here. F. This is half. It's a little past the. Let's see here. The door. No, let's go past. It's by G. Oh, I know what I'm looking at. Okay, a little bit past half. Oh, this is F. Oh, it's about right here. That little part of the door there. Then it's got like a bed frame, or the bent part of the door is like here, and it comes down like that, and it's a whole busted door right here. All right, so you got that taken care of. Okay, much like that. That would be that little spot right in there. Okay, you got the little gate here. The gate is also crooked. It's rounded, coming down like that, and it comes here. Comes a little down below the line there, and stuff like that. That's like small stuff, but it keeps you in relation to everything else. So no big deal, because there's like a little tree here, and that's just small stuff. All right, we're not trying to get it, Okay, all this is black. All right, there's a gate here, as you can see. Here, I'm pointing at the monitor, the wrong monitor. There's a gate here. Okay, I mean, it's up to you if you want to add the gate or not, but the gate's like right here. It's not gonna matter because you'll put that in afterward. All right, once you get all your proportions all set and everything, none of that really matters. Now look, there's that there's a spot over here. I keep pointing at the wrong monitor. A little line of wood right there. Okay, I kind of know where it is. I can actually even take my ruler and tell you where it is. Okay, the top part of it is like right around here, and the bottom part of that joker is just a little bit below where the roof line would be. So it would be kind of like that. Okay, just like that. There's a door up here. Okay, I'll just sketch it in real fast. It's easier and quicker for me to just sketch the door in, just like that, and closely match it to the bottom line, closely match it to that line, get it a little straight. There's a door up there. The door got this shading to it, where the shading is a little heavy here, and it's just a shadow right there, and then a little bottom shadow here, and the rest of it's like a thin little line or something. All right, so it kind of looks like that. You don't even have to add the rest of the lines. That shadow will help you. All right. Okay. There's this little lip of darkness here. Everything else is kind of copacetic after this. It's like almost the top of 4. Okay, and it goes a little bit past where the letter B is. So it's around in here, and it butts right up against this part here. I'll darken that. Okay, so it butts up against there. It's a little stripy piece there, and then it's a little narrow. It's like that. All right. There is a door here. Okay, the door is about like right here. Okay, and this is actually the top part, because this is all dark right here. That's dark. So this is actually your top part of the door, and there's like a little latch, wooden piece or whatever there. All right. Okay, I said we're going to work on the roof, and we are going to, well, we did the roof. Okay, so we can start actually, wait a minute. Yeah, we can start actually getting rid of some of these pencil lines in the squares here. Okay, so this is pretty much the grid method. Get rid of most of your little grid lines here. And once you start getting rid of the grid lines, everything starts coming into place. Now this is the barn itself, and it's the barn at the correct size that it is on the paper. just like that. All right. I don't necessarily have to add all of these little whatevers in here. It doesn't truly matter. I could take away the fence. I could take away all of this. It doesn't matter, because what you're going to do when you start to do the taping, you're going to tape the physical barn. Like I say, this is a little different from painting anything, because they want to know placement and where you can place something. And if you do have like vision trouble or anything like that, you do as I did with the letters, with the numbers. Okay, everything else really, once you know where it's located on the square, it's just matching everything up. All right, now if you want to get really technical with certain things, let's get rid of a little bit of this on the corner here. Okay, I'm gonna just take my little ruler here and I'll just match the lines up here to the top part of the roof here. I'll make it a little darker excuse me, so you can see it. Even here it comes out here just like that. It just meets. All right, and you got a little bit of a lip on this side here, just like that. All right. It's just the angle perspective of how that looks. That it looks like it's joined. It's not really joined together at all. All right. You continue this line over here, just like so. All right, and you put a little something there. All right. Now all the rest is just wood grain, or however you want to design the barn. Now remember, this part here is pretty dark. All this in here. If you got to do what I'm doing here, just to remind yourself that, hey, there's nothing in this barn, it's kind of empty there, then do one of those numbers. All right. But basically, this barn is here. It's really the main subject. There's a road and pieces of wood, lumber, and whatnot here. You can grid all of that too, okay, and put it all in line, all in perspective, okay, if you would like to. And if you want to tape that up, you can tape that up. I'll probably do something a little different than what I see here. But the posts, everything is here, and everything will be lined up. You follow me? But we're not going to go through all of that, because I just shown you how to pretty much do it. But let's do something else before I go on to masking this. Let's go right to the bottom of number 1 and 2 on the top here. Here's 1, here's 2. Right up toward the top of 2, right here, is where the slope is. Right there. Now you can also take your ruler and you just match up the slope to the slope if you want. All right, that's up to you. But I already know where it is. Now the bottom of that slope, which would be where K is, bottom of the slope is right there. So what do? Simple. You just make that line right to the bottom, just like that. There's your hill line. You follow me? Okay. All right. Your trees, well, they start right at the top of A. And you can just do one of these little numbers. It's up to you if you want to have it just exact. It's up to you. The tree line goes there. This tree's actually behind it here. And just like that, it gets higher. Just like that. All right. See, this batch of trees is actually in front of, well, actually, this is behind it. We got a smaller batch of trees here. I mean, if you want to really get technical and everything there. So you got a tree here, back of trees there. This is another batch right here. These are actually behind the rest. All right. He's got a couple mounds here, another mound here. Okay. Yeah, and we'll keep it like that. We got another mound here, just right there. All right. If you want to be exact, okay, this will all be probably covered over with whatever anyway, because we're going to mask the barn. The barn is the only thing that we're concerned about right now for this. We've already matched the picture and put it on the paper here. Okay, all the rest of this, all these lines, you can get rid of them, erase them, or do whatever you want. Keep them there. It don't matter, because once you put the paint and stuff over it, it's going to disappear anyway. Up to you. I won't paint this barn or anything. I'm showing you placement. This is a little different than what you would normally see me do. Okay. All right. So let's We don't need to see this anymore. We just go right here. And then we're going to zoom in because we're going to do some masking right here. All right. Here comes the fun part, sweetheart. You don't have to worry about your grids or anything. Everything is pretty much placed where they should be placed. Okay. Now, of course, I can take a thin black marker and just marker all of this in and then add my wood slats and all that. That's really up to you. Okay. Or you can just do it in the glazing painting phase. Everything's up to you, really. If I desired to do it, it wouldn't take me long. I could just take a thin marker, if I got one around here, and just really put it in there, add some of the fancy, shading and whatnot. It will look like a black and white photograph after you've painted everything in. Okay, but that's just time consuming. All you wanted to know was placement. So this is one way to do the placement, especially if you want it to be the exact match. And that's what, if I took this and took a light table and slid it right on this, it would be a perfect fit, perfect exact match to that fella. All right. Now, what looks funny is that you see all the details, the shading and whatnot, and you don't see that here because that's not the most important part. The most important part is your outside shape. Okay, and your large bulky areas. Okay, that's the most important part. And you already got your perspective in order because it's the same perspective that is on this. Okay, see, same perspective, even the little black bar there. Everything's there. Look, everything is there. Move it over. Everything is here. Everything right here, those angles are right here. Everything is there. Okay, the more you get used to it, the more comfortable you are with it, the easier it becomes. Even with the land, with it being here on the grid, all right, it's there, it's here. Okay, you go down here to the corner, it's there, it's there. Everything's there. Nobody can tell you nothing. It's right there. Okay. This is you can, whatever size tape you have, use that. I have the 2-inch variety because I do, especially lately, I do a lot of masking. So, all right, and that's the magic sound you hear of the tape. You just take it. And if you want to be like, kind of sneaky, you don't have to, you can just put it right toward the perspective line. Just put it right down there. Obviously, you can see right straight through it. Okay. All right. I am so accustomed to doing this, and you will be too. Now, when I overlap the tape, I only overlap it a little bit because you have to press a little harder with your X-Acto knife. Be extremely, extremely careful when you do this on canvas because you can put that razor blade straight through canvas. It's only a light touch. All right. Okay. Be careful when handling one of these guys. All right. This guy can take off strips of skin in no time. Be extremely careful. All right, I don't usually do too many of these on camera. I've only done maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe. All right, I go through this rather quickly because I'm used to it. No, I don't use a ruler. I give it a little press. Be careful, careful. Only a little press, just like that. All right. Okay, we're gonna go to the other edge here. Careful, don't cut through your paper. Take your time with it. You see how I'm holding the knife here, and I'm moving my whole arm. I'm not moving my wrist. All right. You get, believe it or not, you get a straighter line just moving your whole arm. All right. I am moving my whole arm, not my wrist. Come here. You just matching points, just like that. Outside edge, outside edge, outside edge. I'm gonna come over here. I don't care about the little door or the frame that can be painted on or over or just totally erased. You follow me? I think I got all of that. Right here. Here we go. You see the way I'm holding the knife? Even if you're right-handed, hold it this way. I'm moving my whole arm. My whole arm. That's how you keep it all nice and even. Okay, I think I already went through this already. Don't remember. I think I did. I think I cut all through that. We're gonna go upward. Go upward or downward. It doesn't matter. Move the whole arm. Just like so. Okay. And this is angular, so very simple. It's just a bunch of straight lines. And we're gonna come up here. I don't know if I cut this already. I may have. I go through this rather quickly so I forget. I'm gonna place my X-Acto knife back because you don't want to cut your hand up, and you will. So just be careful. Now, on paper, I have to peel off this tape a different way. All right. Okay. So I just give it a little pull. Now, remember, you got that little lip of tape here. Okay. You see it just nicely comes right off. Same thing here. Give it a little pull and lift. All right. Come on the other side and pull and lift. Now, firmly put this on here, just like that. Now, all the rest of the stuff, let's draw the camera back a little bit. All the rest of the stuff can go away. Even if you don't want the trees, all the rest of it can go away. Okay, now that I'll show you how to. All right, now I got a special type of eraser, or a little Staedtler Mars eraser. And all the rest, like I said, up to you how you want to do it. It can just go bye-bye. It doesn't matter. Just erase it. Get rid of it. Don't matter. I rarely use these erasers, so they got a bunch of stuff built up on it, like it gets all waxy, because I don't really use them, because I don't really do the grids, but I know how to do the grids. Of course, in the beginning, I messed up a little bit. That's because I don't do them often. But just erase it, get rid of it. Get rid of your grids. This sheet here, you can get rid of that too. You can always use it again or use it for something else. Don't get rid of your traceables. All right, because what I'll do is I'm gonna take this, I'll put it on the light table, and I'll trace patterns and I'll post it and all of that. I'm just getting the tape off the back of it. I just got regular Scotch tape back here, so I had to clean off my board really well so this stuff don't just flop off. There's about 3 or 4 bars I got there, and I'll just make copies of them. Okay, I'm just getting rid of the pencil lines. Now, if you can't entirely get rid of pencil lines, just make them extremely light. But don't worry about it. I'm not, because the paint will go over all this stuff. But if you don't want to see it, all right, just get rid of it. Make it go away. Now, these erasers are usually pretty good, but like I said, I haven't used them, and they get kind of all pasty and whatnot. And that's just what happened with this one. Okay. Trust me, this board hasn't seen this much erasing in quite some time. Like I said, I'll tend to this painting, this future painting sometime. Like I say, sometime in the future, it don't matter. All right. I kept the trees and whatnot. I can actually mask those trees really quick and just concentrate on doing the sky. Make the sky look whatever I want it to look, and then peel off and do the trees. I can do it that way also. I'm thinking about it. And I probably doubt that I'll do that because I kind of know where they are. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't have to mask the trees. You can if you would like. It's really your world. The main thing was to get The main thing was to get this fella to look like that fella. And I did. Okay. See? I did. There it is. Alright, now you definitely can see if they're the same size. Alright, just with the grid system. Now, with the grid system, you hear my thirsty dog. Alright, let's put it over here like this. Alright, with the grid system, you can pretty much do portraits the same way. How the eyes meet, where the nose is, the mouth, the teeth, where the collarbone is. Okay, you can do the same exact thing with that grid system. So it's really up to you. I know I look real ghetto with the cap on, but you know, deal with it. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Really. So, any questions, any comments, leave them down below. All right, you already seen the PayPal link or whatever, my Facebook link. It should be there already. Okay. I hope this helped you out. This is a little different, no painting at all. It's just me placing here to here. And if you do have kind of vision problems, you can't see right or whatever, you know, look what I'm wearing. There's methods and ways that you can transfer. All right, you can do animals the same way. Animals are a lot more involved, and I don't feel like doing a 2-hour video. But the eyes, the nose, the teeth, if the teeth are bearing, things that you really have to be on point with for your animal, which is the ear placement, eye placement, nose, and its facial shape. Okay, that's really important in doing the grids, and that's what they're used for if you want everything pinpoint and perfect. And if you need something either reduced or enlarged, you can do the same thing, because let's say these 1-inch squares would represent 2 inches on here. You would do it accordingly, and you would still do it by the numbers. It would just be much larger. You follow me? You could have done this in 1/2-inch squares. Okay, then the painting would be monsters. All right, it's all in how you want to project your object. Today a barn, tomorrow it could be an owl, you know. Huh, get it? Barn owl. All right, enough of that, because I'm getting corny. Thank you very much. Let me know in the description below if this is something that you were talking about, and I really hope that it helps you. It's a little more time involved, as you can see, but you get the results that you're looking for. All right.